Here we are.
Back in the studio. Been a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been busy.
It has been busy.
And camera's there, but do I look at the camera?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll look at you.
All right. So we are back. Do you see my new picture?
Oh yeah.
That painting?
Mm-hmm.
Scared me.
What's this?
It is that, but it's the actual painting of that. That's like a digital.
Oh, he gave it to you.
The guy who made it, Gary.
Yeah.
My neighbor, Gary Sutton.
We already have number 2 of 25.
Yeah, so he did the digital version. I was like, you know what? I need an actual version of that one. So
It's cool.
it's very cool. Maybe of the band.
Yeah, they are nice. They're very, there's an Indigenous artist from Toronto that's
And Gary's made too.
very similar.
too.
Yeah.
So
I think it's, what is it type? Woodland, Métis woodland art, I think is
Okay.
what it's classified as. I think. Might have to double check it.
I don't know.
If you look up Gary Sutton Métis art online, you can find it. He's got some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I think I've seen him in a gallery somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
It's very-
cool.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Shout out Gary.
Shout out Gary. And welcome to episode,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't even know,
We'll
20,
figure it out later.
23 or 24, I think.
Whatever.
We got a couple in the hopper.
Oh yeah, that we haven't heard yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some coming. Yeah.
And this episode is brought to you by Happy Ending Divorce and Separation. If you are going through a divorce or separation and looking for someone to take on all the paperwork, basically, they can do that for you. www.happyendingdivorceandseparation.com.
That's for the easy divorces,
That's for the easy
not
ones,
the
yeah.
complicated ones.
Yeah, if you need a lawyer and all that complicated stuff, they're not your guys.
No.
But anyway, and
And powered by Blue Willow Entertainment.
Yeah.
Inspiring and uniting artists and community.
artist segment. I mean, you could flip either of those either way.
I know. And sometimes I forget like which way it is.
Yeah. And we are lucky to be joined today by our guest, Mr. Matthew Kramer.
Hi guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
Matthew is the owner of Horizon Heating,
Mm-hmm.
but also the reason he's here is because he's one of our he's our title sponsor for the YYC Songwriter Showdown 2.
Yeah.
And he's also a massive music local arts supporter in Calgary. So we're happy to have him on board.
And he's got a CKUA pin on and everything.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
A big CKUA supporter.
Yeah,
Good. And it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
absolutely. I don't think I've ever actually had a chance to ask you why or when or like the origin story, I guess, of Horizon Heating.
Yeah, that's
In the
good
dark a
question.
little.
We
Yeah.
can start there. So I'm second generation owner of Horizon. My father started the business in 1988, the week of the Winter Olympics, actually.
Oh,
So,
cool.
when they first really got going, Dad did inherit some equipment and contracts and things from another company that he bought into and sort of amalgamated into what he wanted to do. So they were up and running, but the week of the Olympics is when they officially opened the doors.
Wow. Very
Whereas
cool.
we officially opened our doors.
Well, it's cold.
I was just a little guy.
It was a good time to take on it.
It was actually-
Horizon Heating.
It
I
was
think.
actually not cold
Oh,
that
Mm.
week. If you remember, they were trucking snow in from
oh, you're
the
right.
mountains because they didn't have snow in Calgary at all.
That's right.
Yeah,
I went to the closing. We talked about this.
we did. Yeah.
I went to the closing ceremonies. I was 8. Katie Lang was there. Remember that? That was something. I was talking to Daisy actually,
Mhm.
Groff, about it because she remembers it fondly too. And yeah, it was before they had in-ear monitors and things because it was the 80s.
Yeah.
And she was just listening to herself on the speakers,
Hmm.
like for to hear her music. And that something went out and she had to like sing it by her, like just to, without hearing anything.
Hmm.
And all the athletes rushed down there. It was like such a cool experience. Anyway,
Cool.
You also
was
went to the
2,
Olympics.
so I didn't partake.
Matthew went.
Yeah, we went to a couple of hockey games, some bobsleigh stuff, but no. But one medal ceremony. I can't remember which one down at Olympic Plaza,
Mm.
and then we didn't go to any of the closing ceremonies or anything like that.
Yeah, I believe it was at McMahon. I'm pretty sure.
The opening was probably the closing was too. I just
Yeah.
remember the opening ceremony being McMahon.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I guess the Saddle Dome would have been not like brand new, but like still newish.
Pretty new. Yeah, a couple years old.
Yeah.
It's a little older now.
How do you feel as a Calgarian watching the new arena go up next to it?
It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching the videos that they've been releasing on the construction process, like flying in the seating areas and things like that. It's a pretty cool process.
I haven't looked at any of that. I really should.
Yeah, it's getting big and it's getting big fast.
Well, they did just announce, as of recording today, that the 2028 World Cup of Hockey is going to be shared by Czechia, Calgary at the new arena, and Edmonton.
Oh, I didn't even hear that.
So look at me with the
I was too
sports
busy
scoop, guys.
dealing with email.
I got
shit
a
today.
sports scoop.
Go sports.
Call me Scoop.
Do you think, I mean, on the musical line, as it relates to that, hopefully it opens up us getting some more concerts that have skipped us in recent years?
Yeah, that would be
It
nice.
should.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the roof.
The roof issues that the Saladon
Yeah.
broaches a little bit.
And the sound issue. It's not a great going for acoustics.
No.
That's true.
No.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Hopefully
I'm
they
excited.
take that into
2028.
consideration when they build it.
I'm sure they will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2028. It's coming.
Yeah, after my father got sick from cancer in 2007 and passed away in September, I purchased a company from my mother. So being second generation owner is quite cool. There's not too many companies like that in the city. A lot of them get sold into big corporations instead of being passed on to families. So pretty cool.
And what are some ways, I guess, the business has changed in the last couple of decades as you've been running it?
Yeah, so we like our structure is mostly the same. We do the same core business, but we've really grown the consumer side, so the business to consumer instead of being business to business. We did a whole lot of builder work and renovator work before, but now we've got a very large customer base that's beyond the builders. And back in 2007, the iPhone didn't exist, or the iPhone was just barely a thing.
Yeah.
So the way that we market the business, contact customers, how customers find us, completely different than 20 years ago. How we communicate with the customer has completely changed.
Wow. I guess.
There's no yellow pages.
There's no yellow. Well, I think
there
there
might
is
be yellow
online.
pages.
Is there still? I don't
I think
know.
online, yeah.
But yeah, it's completely changed the business in a lot of ways. Like, as all of them probably have. Every business changed since Facebook and all that kind of stuff came on board.
Was there a driving force or some kind of headwinds that led you to kind of make the strategic decision to move from B2B to B2C, or?
Yeah, I think it was time to do it. I mean, they are sort of separate businesses.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a good time to do that change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you primarily deal in residential? Is that right?
Mostly residential.
Yeah.
You do some commercial improvement and tenant improvement. And the commercial work that we do is usually maybe for residential customers that have business using things. But we do some other stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've done some pretty cool industrial stuff, dust collection systems. I know we were talking about horses just a few minutes ago. We did the farrier shop at Spruce Meadows. So lots of pretty cool stuff like
Big
that.
HVAC needs.
Yeah.
HVAC is not cheap, I've learned.
No, to do it
Like
right.
if you have to have it, right? Like
Yeah.
not everyone needs a HVAC system, but if you do, I mean, it's good to have if you get the right guy. I know who to call now though for Horizon Heating.
And in the commercial world, the HVAC requirements have changed quite a bit. Garages and makeup air and proper ventilation. We kind of got overlooked for many, many years, but the last 10 to 15 years, it's changed.
I found this out because I am the vice president of a theater, a musical theater. And they moved into a new space, and it used to be a hardware store.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's a theater, and our capacity is 75 people, like in the audience, plus all the cast and everything. And they were like, no, you can't. You have to do a new HVAC. So we did, but we own the HVAC. We lease the building. So if we have to leave, we'll just take it with us, I guess.
Yeah.
So if we have to move it to somewhere else.
Harder to do than you think, but
Oh,
And it's a whole music, like that pops up in a lot of music venues. Like there's a few places we've worked with where it's like you could probably fit 200 people in there, but the HVAC only fits 50.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah. Well, it's good. We need to be able to breathe, you know?
Yeah. Breathing is good.
Everything is important.
And I guess COVID had an impact on that whole space of business too, didn't it?
Yeah, the codes haven't really changed because of COVID, but there's technologies and maybe studies on virus dispersal and
Oh, interesting.
filtration and mitigation and stuff like that. But the codes for the ventilation have been the same for quite a while.
Yeah. 6 years ago, last week was when COVID enacted, and it always kind of pops up here and there. But I'm curious for you, as such a live music enthusiast, what did you do during that time? That must have been hard.
Yeah, it was tough. I remember when Folk Fest did their, can't remember what they called it, but sessions on the island or something, and
Right.
we all got tarps that they put out themselves, and you got a ticket and you could sit only on your own tarp, separated by many other people. Then they sold online tickets too, so you can
All
tune
right.
in online. And the I think it's Calgary Folk Fest. No, sorry, the Calgary Folk Club, which runs out of Dalhousie. They could be mixing up which one they are, but the one that runs out of Dalhousie Community Association, they still have online sales.
Oh,
So
cool.
you can purchase an online code and dial in and see the show and don't even have to go to the club.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it has changed how we go to events. For some people anyway. I think more people are getting out there again now, but it's taken some time, right?
Mhm.
So over the past 6 years, that's a lot of people would prefer to stay home and watch it on their TV or whatever, I feel like.
Yeah, maybe. It's not the same experience,
No.
obviously, but
No.
it's cool to be able to dial in and see a show. But there's lots of stuff that's recorded on YouTube and things like that you can see. But watching it live on a device is pretty cool.
Yeah. I remember that's for me. I really missed live music as well during the pandemic. And I remember tuning in. Do you know Kinjo and Young?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Sure, you can go, yeah.
yeah, so him and Aaron Young, they did like a duo thing that they would just set up in whoever's living room, one of their living rooms, I'm assuming, and they did live, live shows once a week. I think it was Sunday nights maybe.
Cool.
So I'd log into that, and it was free. They did it for free, and
Oh, wow, good for
this
them.
is awesome. Yeah, it was like my music. I really enjoyed it.
And I guess as a business, supporting local, often that's a thing that's important to a business. How did you land on music being the thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good question. So I've always, well, not always, but been a CKUA listener for a long time. And CJSW, I think CJSW listeners graduate to CKUA at some point. The whole music connection with the business sort of started really with the Leukemia Lymphoma Society because of my dad. And I can remember training for a half marathon, which I was doing for charity for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, listening to CKUA in an MP3 player type thing. Wasn't even I didn't even have, there was no iPhones yet, barely, so no streaming music or anything. And the spring fundraiser came on. And I thought, you know what? I think I'll phone in and make a donation in my dad's name. Why not? So I did. And I sponsored Alison Bach's show, if you know Alison's show. And she said something about my dad on the air, and I'm jogging along, listening to the show. Like, well, that's pretty cool. So then the fundraiser was 2 weekends. So the next weekend I phoned in and sponsored another hour of her show. Then somebody at CKUA had the insight to call me and ask me why I'm sponsoring shows or 2 shows and what's the deal and what's going on. And then wanted to know who I was. And so I explained, who I am, Horizon Heating, and I came up with the idea. Do you want to maybe do some sponsorship like on a regular basis, and he started doing that.
And is that was that originally Traffic Jams at this time, or was it something else?
No. So originally we came up with an idea on an environmental sustainability vignette series.
Okay.
And it was hard. Like nobody there knew what to write. I was writing some ideas. It got controversial because somebody there wrote a piece on electric vehicles, and they were new, back then. And, of course, people would call in and say, electric vehicles are run on coal anyways, and which is true, whatever, like back then. But the spirit of this vignette series was, just environmental awareness. So this is, 15, 16 years ago or so. And actually the name of the show was, what was it called? I'll remember it in a bit.
But you were trying to tie in Horizon Heating, I guess. Somehow.
Yes. Well, it wasn't, some of it was HVAC related, but very often it was just environmental. It was environmental footprint was,
okay.
Now I can't remember the name of it, but it'll come to
me.
Okay. Usually I remember right away. Yeah, but it was cool, but it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, well, why don't we, because originally CKUA didn't have any advertisers. There was no advertising.
Uh-huh.
So then they brought in this idea, well, why don't we do a little bit of that, like traditional advertising? So we had some ad spots, on the hour or whenever that was. And then, they got some flack for that. Some the way the listenership, they didn't want to hear ads. Mm-hmm. So we moved back to a more sponsorship format, which other companies did too. So there's more people advertising or sponsoring on CKUA than ever before. So then at one point we actually the first show that we sponsored was Calgary Cardinal's show. It was called Full Circle, I believe.
Okay.
It was an Aboriginal Indigenous music show on Friday nights. And that was great. Carrie is an awesome artist.
Yes, amazing.
Amazing voice. Great guitar player.
Uh-huh.
Super sweet person. So we did that for a couple of years. And then that show ended. And then Traffic Jams wasn't a thing yet, but Lisa started the Drive Home show. And when Traffic Jams pretty much launched is when we became the sponsor. So
cool.
And I think her anniversary was 7 years ago.
Okay.
Last week or the week before, give or take.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love the name of that show.
It's
such a good, catchy one,
Yeah.
Great. It's great.
Yeah, she was really nice when we went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got to go on and talk about the showdown, thanks to you.
Yeah, I missed it because I was on the phone.
Yeah.
And then Jody, who's the marketing person there, texted me and said, "There's two people sitting in the studio saying really nice things."
That's Joni. We met Joni.
Jody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't say Joni. The same person.
Yeah. Jody. And so of course, but CKUA does have the on-demand feature, so you can listen up to a week, and before it's pulled off the air, you can listen to it. That's about 6:05 or so. Traffic Jams is live again, so you can listen to it again if you wanted to.
Oh, they do it twice.
Well, on demand is at any time.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So it's an archive version of that show, ads and sponsorship and everything. Yeah. So it's the exact replica of the show.
I listened to it actually. I said, here, fast forward to this time, and here we are.
And you can record it too easily. So for you guys' benefit. And
we did a couple of reels with it and stuff.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
We like CKUA. We've been on there a few times. We actually are on, we've been on Leo's show quite a few times with artists.
Shout out Leo.
Yeah, he's a great guy too. Yeah.
What, when was I guess then the transition, you got into the radio side of things? When did you start supporting more on the live music front?
With the Folk Fest, Calgary Folk Fest, probably about 5 years ago, pretty consistently. Yeah.
Just like what they were doing and wanted to get involved. Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed like a natural fit. sort of the same audience, but different people,
Yeah.
different folks.
And then we've sort of pulled a CKUA on you and phoned you or emailed you
Instagram message
and said,
Instagram.
hey, I noticed that you like supporting music in Calgary. Maybe we can have a coffee.
Yeah.
And then you said, okay.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. I hadn't heard of you guys. I hadn't heard of the Showdown. I don't know how it got by my radar, but I had heard of the 444. Someone had been to one. So the 444 series, Follow the Flame, right?
Yeah.
444 Follow the Flame.
Yeah.
It seemed really interesting format. And so then when I figured out that was you guys, yeah.
Yeah, you must have maybe found out because Q had performed because you knew her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then I saw Q later that day or talking, and they said, oh, I just talked to Matthew Kramer. Sounds like he's going to support you guys. And I said, oh, good.
I don't know why I was talking to them after I talked to you, but
Yeah.
that's kind of weird.
Yeah, you did. And it was like that day you had to
We
meet
chat
him
often,
somehow.
but
Yeah.
Because they had come on the podcast like that week too.
Yeah.
What have you thought of the Showdown so far?
It's great.
Yeah.
Great contestants, athletes.
Athletes.
Great athletes.
I mean, we said they are like athletes too.
Yeah.
Everyone's super nice. They're all really fun. Their songs are good. The song was last weekend, right? So I don't know when we're going to be on air, but
I don't either.
I got to get my shit together.
March 14th, right?
Yeah, March 14th was the last Saturday.
Just the other day. All those songs were super fresh. They were very well done and complete and polished, considering they only had
less than
2 weeks
really,
to work on them.
Yeah.
They were all good.
Yeah. So for those of you listening that don't know, we threw a prompt at the songwriters for the second round here. And it was in partnership with the CFL Grey Cup Festival, because the Grey Cup's coming to Calgary this year. And they wanted a theme song done. And we said, well, we're doing a songwriters competition. We could probably do that for you. So we threw them a prompt basically the Sunday, at the last Sunday of our first round at Gravity there. And they had until the Friday before at noon to submit their lyrics.
Oh, that's right.
So they didn't have a full 2 weeks even.
Yeah.
And they came up with some really cool stuff, actually. It was really cool.
I think we learned last time, though, like when we did the prompt in the first series, that 2 weeks artists can turn around something amazing.
It's true.
What was the prompt in the first series?
It was a very vague, really. Like, you could have done anything. It was, how can I help you, or I need help.
That's
so
not like the Showdown version
The first
one.
one, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, version 1 last year, yeah.
Yeah.
And same thing, they had 2 weeks-ish to write it.
I forget what Jenny's song was called, but like
Her song was amazing that she came up with. She's the one that ended up winning the whole thing, Jenny Harlick.
Yeah.
Let me help you break my heart were the lyrics.
Oh my goodness.
That was so good.
Let me help you break my heart. Yeah. She's I don't know what she's ever done with it, but she should definitely do something with it because it's a great song.
Yeah.
I've seen her play it live other than at the Showdown.
Yeah, and I guess to your point, Matthew, like everyone brought something unique and great. Not all of them necessarily hit the criteria that we were looking for, but like everyone came up with something amazing.
Mhm.
So
all good. Yeah.
Some of them really did their homework, though. I'd say 2 to 3 of them really dove into the CFL Grey Cup Fest website and like went above and beyond to find out some verbiage and things in there. So,
but I to me anyway, nothing felt
complete.
No, not even that. Like over the top corny or like
No,
they
there
were
was
trying
nothing
to,
corny
like,
for sure.
it was like, here's the criteria. Can you do it? And like a couple people really leaned into that. I think a couple other people really leaned into like melodically finding something that could be like a sing-along and like a vibe. Maybe didn't get the criteria as much, but I'm super, super interested to see what they bring back in the next round. Like
Me too.
You know, like a month to kind of work on it.
Yeah, because now they have essentially, well, it depends on what date they're on, but almost a month anyway.
Yeah.
So it'll be really cool. And we had a tie.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
has never happened in the second round like that. And so, we just kept all 5. Give it more of an option, right, for
Why
the
not?
CFL committee to pick someone.
Sabala.
Did you have a favorite out of those first row ones?
Well, it's tough because, from start to end, you hear the first one, like, oh, this is my favorite. And then the next one comes on and
Reasons
maybe
why
this
it
one
takes
is.
effect.
Yeah.
can I name a favorite?
Yes, you can do
Uh,
whatever you want.
Veronica Rain's song. I got a little emotional at the end.
Oh,
Like, it was
interesting.
really well written song. And I did talk to her with Kay the Chosen during intermission, because actually Kay and I were talking about her performance, and she came up and essentially said something along the lines that, if you're bored, bear with me for 3 minutes, and it'll be over soon. Don't worry, and it sort of gave that presence that she was very nervous. And then she nailed it. We're like, why would she say something like that? Because she should have just gone in and said, here, here's the name of my song, and hope you love it and go for it. Because she wasn't nervous at all. Her performance was spot on. It was strong. So we told her that. As a lesson learned, don't give anyone any reason to doubt what you're doing, because
That's true.
What does that
Yeah.
remind you of?
What?
Oh,
Who?
Kate.
Oh yeah, she does that too.
Everything.
Yeah. Our friend
Oh.
and artist Kate Reed.
Kate Reed,
She's
yeah,
also she's a little self-deprecating when she gets
Yeah.
up there sometimes, and we had to be like, just get up there. It's great.
Own that
You're
shit.
great, and she's always great. But anyway, it's funny.
Yeah,
It's funny how artists do that sometimes.
well, she played the 4/4/4. I don't remember her doing that so much.
We
but-
probably told her not to.
Yeah. It's like a wedding. When you plan a wedding, so many things could go wrong,
Yes.
but the guests have no idea that
No, exactly.
this happened or that happened. So don't sweat it. Just go for it.
Just go play. No one's gonna notice if you play a chord wrong or
Yeah.
if you sing a word wrong. Like literally no one.
No one. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was really cool to watch that. And it's funny that you said Veronica. I think she did great too. And I think her performance-wise, was the best of the 8,
No,
to be honest.
I don't know. I'd go with Brett probably.
Well, Brett's just his way of animal too, right? I really love
He's
Brett.
really good.
Like
so
how do
those two
How do you
come-
not remember that
Yeah.
performance?
They were both
Yeah.
great though. And then I went out for a drink with my friend after, who was at the showdown. She came to watch with her friend, and so we were talking, and I asked her that same question. Well, what did you think? Who's your favorite? And both of them said Veronica too.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so I guess she's in the right.
Yeah.
She's going on to the next round. So I guess the judges got that one right anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hope the judges get most of them.
They did,
I feel
yeah.
like most of the time we've seen the right people. move
It's
forward.
funny. A lot of times Seth and I, before we get the final judge tabulation in, we'll say, okay, who is it? And then he'll show me and I'll have the same 4.
Oh yeah.
And then the judges have the same 4. And wow, okay.
But sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's a little different, but it's usually pretty similar.
Yeah.
Maybe one off.
As someone who's really active in the Calgary music scene, what do you feel like, if you were to surmise what's maybe kind of missing or where you'd like to see improvements in the years to come? What kind of bubbles up for you?
Ooh. Good question. What's missing? I don't know. If there's a whole lot missing, maybe some different venue, maybe some different genres of venues. Like, I haven't seen. I know there is some jazz clubs in the suburbs.
Yeah.
That I haven't been to.
What's that place called?
Alvin's.
Alvin's Jazz Club. I haven't been there yet.
It is cool.
You've been there, yeah.
But there used to be a jazz club on 70th Avenue, Chaos Cafe, or just Chaos.
Hmm.
It was fantastic.
Okay.
Right across the street from Western Canada High School, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it was blues and jazz, but lots of really good venue, a lot of fun. I don't know if there is one like that. And then there used to be one on Center Street in the basement, not too far from that coffee shop that you guys were talking about by the Calgary Tower. What's that coffee shop?
Oh, Congress.
Is it
No,
Congress or
no.
Heliopolis?
Oh, Heliopolis.
Heliopolis.
Yeah.
Like literally down the street from Heliopolis, there was a jazz bar in the basement. That was a
neat.
really cool place. So maybe different music venues.
I think there could always be more places to play music.
Yeah.
Yeah. always. Or just places where you can play music and actually make money. Maybe
Yeah,
that's the problem, I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we never really have a problem finding places or
Mhm.
artists. But to your point, like having audiences that either want it or expect it or know where to go for it, like that
Mhm.
seems to be lacking, I guess. Like there's a lot of places to go consume music, but like to your point, if you want to go see jazz music, or if you want to go see hard rock, or you want to go see, like if you want to go see country or singer songwriter, you've got like a million options.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Outside of that, there are
Folk.
many
There's lots of
options,
folk
but
too.
like it's not necessarily easy to find, or the programming is, a lot of the same, I would say.
Yeah, like I used to go to the Republic
Mhm.
all the time. That's
Yeah.
where I would go for music. And then there's not really anything like that. I mean, I guess maybe Commonwealth, but they do more bigger shows.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of local stuff that happens there. But the Republic was my jam
Yeah.
back in the day.
It was a good spot.
Mhm.
I think for us, we'll just keep curating experiences instead of just, trying to do more of the same. And wherever those ideas take us, we'll keep following it. But like, the showdown was just a random idea that came together based on a circumstance that presented itself, much like the 444. And yeah, I think that's our goal. Just continue to kind of cultivate the opportunities as they come and give artists opportunities and hopefully create some sustainable. I think sustainability is important in this industry, like finding ways to, so artists aren't always in fight or flight and the companies supporting them, have some ability to do so. And that's where our fight is right now, I guess. Like, how do you kind of carve out that market share and have an opportunity to really put together programming that people care about and want to be part of?
Yeah, and get people out.
That's
That's the
yeah.
thing too, right? Like I know lots of people that like live music, but they're not going to these shows. Like they're going to big events
Yeah,
like the Saddle Dome or Folk Fest
Yeah.
and things like that, which are
Yeah.
great, but
Yeah.
they're not going to the Saturday night local shows,
Well, it's weird when like if you're perusing Facebook or something and someone will have in the Ask Calgary comments, does anybody know of any good live music tonight? And I'm thinking, where do you start?
Yeah.
Like,
Which one do you want?
where do you want to go? What do you want to
Exactly.
hear? And I was at the King Eddie, maybe about 6 weeks ago. There's a Vancouver-based artist named Jimmy, and she's actually from St. Albert, I think, or one of those. I never remember in Edmonton which.
Yeah, which one?
Like
East, west,
Spruce
south.
Grove,
Yeah.
I don't remember which one's which. Stony Plain is on the west. That's all I know.
Okay. You probably know.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I used to live up there.
One of those suburbs.
But she's from there. So I went with a friend and we were standing near the back because it was standing room only. It was really well attended, but her family was there. Some were from Calgary, some were from the Crozon's Pass. I ended up talking to the grandma for a little bit. And the grandma basically said that Calgary's got no live music scene. She's happy that her granddaughter is playing the King Eddie, but this is the only place that you would. I don't mean to. Hope she doesn't listen to the podcast. So I
don't think she knows us.
turned to her and said, there's lots of great venues in Calgary.
Yeah.
For live music, you
just gotta go.
Just gotta go and learn more about them. I guess maybe it's the venues aren't doing a good job of advertising, but I don't know how much more they can do.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
think
an
it's
easy.
hard if you're not seeking it out. You definitely don't know, I would say, right? Like I'd say, especially like for myself anyway, I've always sought it out. Social media obviously makes it way easier now. But yeah, like if you're not looking for it, you don't even know it's there. I find like in Calgary, even though the scene is huge, like there's so much going on. There's so many genres, so many artists, bands, soloists, duos, everything you could ever imagine. But
and there's lots of free music.
Like
Two House Brewing does afternoons.
Yeah, a lot of the breweries are doing that now.
Do lots of free music.
Banquet Bar, free music weekly.
Yeah. And there, there's a plus side and a downside to that too, because sometimes you'll go see a great band like Peter and the Wolves or Tom Phillips and the DTs for free. And then when they've got a show at a club or something,
that's now $25.
That's $25.
Yeah.
I wonder if how much of a draw it is because you can go watch them for free on whatever night of the week it is.
Right.
It's a different
interesting, actually, yeah.
experience, but should it be free or should it just be a nominal $5?
We debate that very topic all the time.
Yes.
And then, like, if someone will pay 5, they'll pay 10. If they'll pay 10, they'll pay 15. If they pay 15, they'll pay 20. Like,
But then someone won't pay 5.
but then they wouldn't pay anything.
So then they're not going.
But then they don't come anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
I remember some friends and me went to Jane Sibley. She played a folk club. I think it's the Foothills Folk Club.
Yeah.
And they play out of a church down in Guadalupe area, or South County, whatever that's called there. And after the show, my buddies and I wanted to go get a beer. So we went to the Trop.
Yeah.
On a Saturday night. $20 cover charge. We walked in. The band was so loud we couldn't even talk to each other. I mean, it was rock, but $20 and the place was packed. So everyone there paid $20 to just stand around and not listen, not be able to hear each other.
Lose some hearing.
I mean, there are those venues, right? Like the Ironwood is another example. The King Eddie, we already just talked about, but there are those venues that people know do music and go there for it, right? Yeah. And so that would be the Trop on the weekend for sure. The Ironwood every day of the week. And the King Eddie, like on a Saturday or whatever, is usually a paid show.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
But then there's your other ones that you just don't know about, like I'm saying.
Well, and I don't know what the answer is on the whole free versus not free. I think any business, I've yet to come across like a bar or cafe or a space that wouldn't do live music. Like, everybody's kind of not generally, like, everybody's supportive, like, yeah, I'd love to do live music, but then it's like the cost of it all, right? Because it's not even just paying the artist. If you want to do it properly, you need proper sound, lighting, tech, all that stuff.
Yeah, and board and speakers.
Yes.
If you want it to be like a true music experience, I think, and there are ways to do that on a budget, but like, you got to start with something. And I think, yeah, there's a few venues that do it really well, do it really consistent and all the time. And usually you're paying at those venues to get that experience. But there's other venues that are doing a great job and it is free. And I don't know, at one point last year, we had live music every day of the week, basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like consistent programming for 3 months across 3 venues. And it's like pulling teeth to get 5 people to show up. So what do you do? Especially like a city of 2 million, like it shouldn't be that hard to get 20 people out, you would think, but
yeah.
Because they're not looking for it. People need to look for it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep trying to solve all the world's problems. I know we don't have all the answers, but it is as people that are invested in the local music ecosystem, I think important for, these kind of conversations to surface up.
It's neat.
What's the most innovative or unique thing you've seen pop up in the music scene in the last couple of years? Anything really like piqued your interests?
Oh, innovative. Well, I find it really cool that Plunge Audio is based in Calgary.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many televised music shows have we seen recently where the artists had issues with their in-ear monitors? The Grammys, I don't know what the artist's name was. He was walking through the crowd and you could tell he was banging his ear and playing. His IAM didn't work. Yeah. And his performance was because of it, right? And then his whole
was that somber? No, I can't remember. I didn't watch the Grammys, but I remember hearing about this. Yeah. Anyway.
And so a lot of his comments in his Instagram were about the issues that he had with his ear monitors, and I tagged Plunge Audio in there. Like, you need to check these guys out. Yeah, because that sounds of it from what you've heard and what people are saying, they're the best.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we have some artists that use their product and have said, even they have like a base model now that's $300-400 and as good as like some of the other sets that are in the thousands of dollars. So
like the custom made ones, yeah.
You're doing something right.
Well, and so thanks. Let's shout out Plunge. Thanks for the shout out because they're also one of our sponsors, giving our top 9, I guess. We have to talk to them about that.
Yeah. Did you guys think about that?
No, we
I
shouldn't.
thought about it and I was like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out either way. But yeah, there'll be 9 artists going home with new IEM from Plunge. So that's amazing.
And I guess on the innovative side too is that Resicor company in Darren and what they're doing with their sound.
Yeah, have you heard about them?
Sound hole.
Yeah, sound hole enhancers.
Yeah, I don't know what they look like, but
I don't know anything.
They look
about
cool.
it.
They're like a little custom insert that we put in like the sound hole.
And they're Calgary based
They are
as well.
And it's all wireless.
Yeah,
I
I think it's like a kind of like a little piece of wood almost, and it
cool.
sits in there. And from what he was saying, you can take $100 guitar and make it sound like a $2,000 guitar with what it does. So
cool.
Our top 9 are well, top 8.
Top 9.
Sorry, one of you doesn't get it.
We're gonna draw out of the hat.
We're gonna do.
Here, we'll do it out here. Rid of this Horizon Heating hat right here.
We'll do musical chairs.
Yeah,
I like musical chairs.
Yeah. So I mean, so Calgary's got a lot going on in the music world beyond just even the 60 artists that applied to the showdown. You had to pick 32 out of the 60. That's when you told me how many people applied. I'm like, holy moly, there's 60 people.
That was difficult.
Well, I feel like when we first met you, you were like, well, will enough people even apply?
That's what I was thinking.
We're like, I think about 60.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny because like off the top of my head, we could probably rattle off another 60 artists that didn't apply.
Yeah, like I actually had a lot of artists that didn't apply that told me they were going to, and then for whatever reason they couldn't or didn't. And yeah, there was probably like 12 in my DMs that I thought were going to apply that didn't. So
well, it was always next year.
Yeah.
Right.
People timing and whatnot, right? It doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah. So you think we should keep doing it?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, if Horizon Heating's on board, I'm on board.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. And then, there's lots of judges that, want to participate as well. New judges that I know that talked about it.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well,
isn't that interesting?
I think for the second round, we want to keep all the judges the same, and then the same in the third round.
Yeah.
So maybe we should talk.
Have you got the judges figured out for the third round?
No.
Yeah.
We don't. Well, I mean, we have had people apply, but we haven't said you're the judge yet. So we can there's still room for discussion there for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll talk.
That's awesome. Well, anything else you'd like the kind people of the interwebs to know about Horizon Heating?
If you got any questions about heat pumps, come talk to me.
Okay.
Heat pumps work in Alberta.
And these guys at Horizon Heating, I've been told are the fair ones.
The fair ones, yeah. But we want to do the job right. Right. There's lots of comments that we get from customers. Once they find us, they're shocked that we didn't try and rip them off or we actually showed up. It's amazing how many contractors don't do what they say they're going to do.
Huh.
We'll do what we promise we'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
The good guys.
Yeah.
If I ever have a need for heating, you're my first call.
I think so.
So you really quickly, because I actually mistakenly said you would do plumbing and you don't.
We're not plumbers.
But so what does heating encompass?
Yes. So there are different versions of what heating would be. Like some companies do hydronic heating. We focus on air products. So furnaces, fan coils, heat pumps, air conditioning, ventilation systems, filtration, thermostats, humidifiers, that kind of stuff. Anything to do with air moving equipment, we do. We do hot water tanks and tankless and hybrid hot water heaters as well, but we don't really get into the whole plumbing world. We're not cleaning drains and installing toilets and stuff like that. We're HVAC people.
Okay.
What is a tankless hot water tank? Or
what is a tankless?
Yeah.
So it's a instantaneous sort of / on-demand heater that doesn't have a storage tank. So the water comes in and gets heated
as it
goes out.
So you never would run out of hot water in that case.
Yeah. So that's the main benefit of it is as long as it's running, you're getting hot water. Versus a tank.
It runs out.
It can run out if you run it for hours and hours because it can't reheat the water that's in the tank fast enough. you end up looking warm water over a ton. So if you got a hot tub or a big jacuzzi, or if you wanted to flood an ice rink in your backyard, with warm water is better for ice rinks than cold water. You could just let it run, and as long as you don't shut it off, you've got hot water.
Fascinating. Is it much more expensive than a hot water tank?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're more expensive than the standard tanks.
I would be so embarrassed if you came to my house to see my current heating situation. I think I have 2 furnaces. One of them's like a, let's say, early 2000s furnace.
Okay.
And it's fine. It's my new furnace. That's new.
Yeah, that's
my other. Do you want to know how old my one is?
Sure, of course.
1970.
Holy moly.
Is it green?
I don't know.
Yeah, green.
I think it is
blue
green
or brown.
And then our hot water tank, same thing.
It's not from 1970.
I don't know. It's not new. It's not new.
I don't think it would work.
No.
It works.
Yeah.
But we don't have a lot of hot water at it once. It's definitely older than 15 years.
Mine in here was 10 years old, and it just blew up like blast flicker. But it's in a closet. It's very inconveniently located. So the tankless sounded interesting, but it's also a new hot water tank. So.
Next time.
The challenge with tankless, when you're switching from the old style to a tankless, is you got to redo a lot of the gas.
Right.
And the vent system's different. So if it's buried in a closet, you may not be able to get access to it unless it's near an outside wall or something like that.
Well, as much as the people, I'm sure, would love to see black plumbing.
I want to talk about
I'm gonna bring it over to my house after this. So you can give me an assessment.
Wasn't that Justin Trudeau's thing? Heat pumps was going to save Canada.
No, that's the that was the heating oil, wasn't it? Heating oil over in
yeah. So
on the East Coast,
pumps are replacing heating oil.
Yeah,
in New Brunswick and
that's what it was.
Areas.
But they can't do it there.
They can do it there.
They can.
Oh yeah. Actually, they can do it there. You can do it anywhere in Canada. Heat pumps work regardless of where you live. Not every province. There's a lot of provinces with heat pump rebates currently, including the Northwest Territories. Alberta does not have a heat pump rebate.
Oh.
At the moment.
So, but you say heat pumps are the way to go, not furnaces.
Well, no, you'd have a furnace.
It's different.
But you have a heat pump attached to your furnace.
Okay.
And the heat pump essentially it extracts out of the ground. Is that how it works?
They can, but most common is out of the air.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Just think about a heat pump as a air conditioning unit that can run in reverse.
Okay.
So it cools in the summer and heats in the winter.
All right.
I'm learning all about.
I may have to clip this out and just put it in our podcast going forward.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming, Matthew. We are going to pivot now to the Rapid Artist Merch Songs of the Week.
Thanks.
Mac has a plan.
I do, but I don't want to get the name wrong.
Can I just give another shout out to Joshua Beebe? Because that is like literally my new favorite song.
Did you see him? He was in the 4th show, so you weren't there in the first Rapid. He's in the 28th.
Okay, good.
So you'll see him then.
Yeah.
Joshua Beebe?
He's in a band. It's his band name is the
Forest Orchestra. I'll send it to you. Okay. Literally, I think it's one of my favorites.
So you're doing another shout out.
I'm just giving him. I'm giving him a pre-shout out.
Okay, we already shouted him out.
Well, I know. I'm not going to add. It's so good.
Okay. So I'm going to say, and I kind of talked about them in this podcast. The Mocking Shadows, taking it back to 2007.
Nice.
Mocking Shadows I've talked about on the show before because they were kind of instrumental in me getting involved in the local music scene when I was younger.
Ooh.
I was a young 20-something-year-old when I would go to their shows in Red Deer at the VAT. And then every time they'd come to town, I used to live in Red Deer for a bit. They'd call me and say, come to the show, bring your friends. So we'd all hang out. Anyway, so that's the band I'm shouting out, Jory Kindro and the guys. And the song is on their 2007 album called, I forget the name of the album, but the song's called Try Me.
Ooh.
So yeah, give it a listen.
Yeah, I probably have heard that one. They're a great band.
Yeah. I mean, they still play.
Yeah, occasionally.
At the Ironwood sometimes, mostly.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. I'm going to give a shout out to the final song that was ever recorded at least the first iteration of Blue Willow Studios.
Oh.
And it just came out last week. by the time this comes out, that won't be relevant. We'll have been a little while further from that. But shout out to Kate Reed on her new single, Walked Into a Bar. Like I said, it was the last song recorded at Willow Studios, and we were all kind of a part of that coming together. And it's great to see it's out in the wild now.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Cool. Yeah.
How about you, Matthew? Who you got for us?
Yeah, I've got something different than what my friends listening to podcasts would probably think I would say. You guys know I'm a big fan of Cubaro, so a lot of my friends think I would probably pick a Cubaro song. And they do have a new album coming out.
Yes, they do. End of April.
End of April. Yeah. I have heard the name of the album, but it keeps slipping my mind. So Q is going to text it to me.
I think I know that too, and I forget now.
Yeah, it's until I see the album art, which hasn't been released yet or finished yet, then I'll remember the album. And then my other choice, which would be what lots of people think I would choose, is Juliana Rivero. If you've ever heard her or seen her, you got to go see her then. Oh my goodness. But I'm choosing someone who played on the Horizon Heating stage a couple of years ago at the Folk Fest. He's got a new album out. It's Sammy Volkov. He's from Edmonton.
Yeah.
And his brand new album is called Songs from the Goodbye Garden. And it's a little bit kind of like Roy Orbison and meets the Kinks. So really cool vibe to it. But the song that I'm picking is called Strangest Thing.
Okay.
It's a rocker.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's the heaviest song on the album, I think. So
very cool.
Yeah, Sammy Volkov.
Listen to that.
Some new additions.
That is great.
Great. All right. You don't throw the pen anymore. You retired from that.
I lost it.
Okay.
It's over there still.
It's still there. All right. Thank you for coming, sir.
Yeah.
Thank
for having
you.
me.
Yeah, it's great to talk.